So this one, it's called the gene of I, or I no Idenshi. This is a world in the near future where artificial intelligence or androids are actually now considered kind of like people. And I don't know if probably you didn't watch it because it was not that famous. But did you ever hear about one that is called Dr. Ramune?
I've heard of it. Pretty sure
It's
I've heard of it.
from a couple years ago, or probably like 1 or 2 years ago. So Dr. Ramune, it's about this doctor that treats really peculiar illnesses, and as you could guess, the Ramune, it's kind of like a candy. These illnesses are based from like candies. So like a person like with anxiety or something just starts forming candy out of his hand or whatever, and and everything is coming from an emotional distress or a mental distress.
Okay.
So it's a really good show about mental health in general. This one is pretty similar in a way that it's attacking all of those kind of like mental disorders that a lot of times are hard to talk about, but with machines. Because in this world, even though androids are now kind of like considered people, they cannot mess with their hardware or software because that's considered illegal. And this guy, he's a doctor, but he's also kind of like an underground android doctor. So he can do backups, he can do install new software kind of thing. And this is kind of like an episodical kind of thing. Like every chapter is different. One of the first chapters is that he's going to do the backup of an android family or like an android wife that she hit her head and she's starting to like malfunction. So they want to do a backup, format the wife and install the backup again. And it's that like, is that going to be the same wife? Even though it's a backup.
Oh, so it's the whole moral dilemma of what is a person and will that person be the same even if they're like rebooted, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So it's a lot of moral dilemmas slash also like emotional dilemmas because they're like actually people that fall in love with androids and androids that fall in love with people. And it's that dilemma of like, is that really considered a relationship?
Yeah.
Because it's like things that you like probably like 30 years ago people wouldn't think about. Now it's like, okay, you know what? We're not that far off. So yeah, this show is tackling these really intricate topics that I just found it super interesting. So yeah, we'll see how that develops.